today's video is going to be about why Spider-Man is one of the best characters ever created. Let's go. Well, as you can tell, I hope you'll be able to tell, we're talking about Spider-Man today and why he is such an amazing character. The first reason we're going to talk about is how he became so relatable, and he is very relatable because he is one of the first superheroes to have normal problems. Let me say that again. He is the first superhero to have normal problems. Not really any superhero before him had those types of problems, not for some reason he never had money, regardless of how it was. He could just never, he was always going from, place to place. He could never really, hold everything down. Eventually things always got worse. It's never good for him. Peter Parker's life is always bad. There's never anything good that happens, and when it does, if something good does happen, something 10 times worse happens to whatever that is. And he can never catch a break. And if you've read the comics, if you've watched all the movies, if you've read all the cartoons, they always do a very good job with, showing at, he has a lot of problems. And the thing that I'm happy about in the MCU is they're finally now making him, kind of broken inside. And to me, after Spider-Man No Way Home, he finally became Spider-Man. Because to me, he wasn't really Spider-Man. It was like Spider-Boy. Like, he wasn't this. It wasn't the character, alright? But after Spider-Man No Way Home, I think that they're actually doing a very good job with his story. And I really hope they don't immediately bring Ned and MJ back in. We need at least one movie without him, being too close to them. This next movie, I don't even want them in the movie, alright? That would be, the best, but I doubt they're going to do that. But I'm getting sidetracked now. But the thing that I wanted to say is, Spider-Man is a character, or Peter Parker. He's always having a rough time. And he still prioritizes being a hero. He might not be able to, afford rent. Or his door might not be fixed. But he always finds a way to continue doing his hero work regardless of what's going on in his life. And, that's just what makes him an amazing hero, because not a lot of people have to, or not a lot of heroes have to deal with, bills and stuff like that. That's not really a part of their character. But with Spider-Man, he's usually not able to afford rent, and he's not able to do all these things that normal people have trouble with. He might have superpowers, but he still can't do the things that normal people can't either. And he was also one of the first superheroes to be a teenager. And a lot of superheroes are teenagers now because, the blueprint was Spider-Man. It was the first and best to do it. Like, I don't know if it was the very first, but I do know that Spider-Man was the first teenager superhero that worked. Anyways. But, he's also a spider. Try to think of any other mainstream media, anything, that has to do with a spider besides Black Widow. But Black Widow doesn't really count in my opinion. But some type of character that has to do with a spider that's good, that everyone likes. Go ahead, I'm waiting. See, you can't. So not only is he a spider, he's not literally a spider, but he's, considered to be a spider. Alright, he's a teenager, and he has problems. Alright, Stan Lee was cooking when he was doing this. He was cooking when he made this character. And you know what the funny thing is when he tried to, get this character, made and stuff, nobody thought it was a good idea. Nobody at all. Except when he put it at the end of one of his other comics as just like a teaser, or not a teaser, but as like a some type of joke, or he had it at the end of one of his comic books, not really meaning anything, just to see what people would say, and everyone liked it. And that's, the origin of Spider-Man, if you didn't know. And if you stuck around this long, we're close to 100 subscribers. Now, you may be thinking, that's not that much. It is to me, though. It is to me. So make sure to like and subscribe. And that's all I need, alright? Just like and subscribe. It's not that hard. One of the last things I was going to want to talk about, though, is his development. he starts off as a teenager. Usually in the comics, in any type of, series, he starts off in high school, and by the end of it, he's like close to 30, I think. I think he's in his like 20s usually by the end of every comic, I think. Or like by the end of like all of the series of comics. I mean, I know he's also been old in a few of them. There's comics about everything. Any type of Marvel comic you can think of, look it up. It probably exists. They've done it all at this point. But either way, he has really good character development. He starts off as this, young teenager that has no idea what he's doing and faces a lot of hard, harsh problems that most people wouldn't be able to stand. Like, there's literally a comic to where he, like, fights 3 or 4 days straight and, like, contemplates whether or not he should give up. And then he goes, you know what, I can't, because if I give up, there's going to be no one else there to, do what I have to do. But yeah, he has always had great character development. And another thing I want to point out is people try to hate on Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but in the first one, in the Spider-Man Homecoming, the moment where he sees the reflection of his old suit, and he sees like his face is like half of it, that moment right there, to me, is what Spider-Man means. I don't know how to explain that, but when I think of Spider-Man, that moment, that was a really good moment. So if anyone tries to talk trash about Tom Holland's Spider-Man, you cannot tell me that he does a good job. And as I've said, thank you for watching. We're almost at 100 subscribers, so if I'm not there by this video, well, sad face emoji. Make sure to like and subscribe. Yeah.